But now let's talk. This is going to be a bit of a detour, Brett, but I'm
Yeah,
taking us to another June 23rd release. See, the universe cares about my birthday, Brett, because
apparently.
next year on June 23rd will be The Flash. And on Thursday of this week, Paramount Plus released the trailer for Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. And I couldn't believe when I saw when it's going to begin streaming. It's going to hit Paramount Plus on June 23rd, my birthday.
Yes.
Now, look, I rarely get to gush about Beavis and Butthead, but back in the mid 90s, when that was on, that was the coolest thing. I watched,
It
I would
was.
record. I had VHSs of it. I would record it every night, the 10 and the 10:30 episodes. I'd cut out the commercials. I still have the VHSs somewhere. But like, yeah, I Beavis and Butthead to me, that was like the height of hilarity. Think about it. I was like 12 or 13 when they reached their
Yeah.
popularity. I was the target demo and they had me hook, line, and sinker. And I remember like my dad taking me and one of my school friends to the movies to see Beavis and Butthead Do America, and how
Yeah.
awesome that was to see like the little cartoon that me and dad would watch late at night on the weekends now has a movie and we're seeing it.
Right.
Oh, it was, so here we are all these years later. We're finally getting a sequel. Mike Judge in general has signed this lucrative deal with Viacom where not only is he doing the Beavis and Butthead sequel, but he's also doing a continued Beavis and Butthead TV series, as
Right.
well as some additional new like Adult Swim type, humor, animation for adults type stuff for Paramount Plus specifically. Like they hired Mike Judge's epic brain to
Are we
oversee
getting King
all
of the
that
Hill
kind of
back
stuff.
as well? Isn't
I
that
think
coming
so
back or
too. Yeah,
something?
I'm
Yeah, I
almost
remember
positive.
reading about that. So
So it's like I'm just, inject the Mike Judge in my veins between Beavis and Butthead,
yeah,
between Office Space,
right.
between Silicon Valley on HBO. Like,
Yep.
Mike, to me, Judge can do no wrong. So, did you get a chance to see the trailer for Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe?
I did, and at first I kind of like rolled my eyes when I first saw it. I was like, "Wow, we're bringing it's the nostalgia train, right? We're bringing
Yeah.
everything back. Everything old is new again. Everything from our childhood. It really is like I can't believe like how much our generation like everything is just being recycled. It's wild to see, and it makes me feel old.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
digress. Anyway, that said, I watched the trailer fully expecting to just be like, "Oh man, this is so stupid," and it is stupid,
It
but
is.
I could not stop grinning like a fucking 13-year-old again. And
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm in. It's coming to streaming. Like it's like there's a low bar for entry. I don't really have to invest anything other
Yeah,
than a
it's
little bit
true.
of time. And you know what? It looks fucking stupid and funny and exactly what I expected. But like
Yep.
I shouldn't even say exactly what I expected. Like I was expecting it to, at least from the trailer, to be a little cheaper than it ended up being. I'm like, oh no, this actually looks pretty good. It looks
Yeah.
pretty funny. So I think there might be something decent there. Hopefully they didn't blow all the good gags in the trailer. Hopefully
Yeah.
there's like a lot
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
meat to it. But yeah, it looks fun. It looks all the juvenile humor is there. There's definitely some like Bill and Ted vibes with this one, which I'm like
Yeah.
all in. I'm all in for. And
Yep.
yeah, man, they don't sound weird. They sound the same because that's always a
Yeah.
scary thing when you revisit these franchises. You're like, that voice sounds off, but no, it
Yep.
looks to be the Mike Judge production that we would have wanted. So hey,
Yep. Yep. And also just to like, speaking of like satirical minds, because we were talking about like George Carlin and who has quotes from 25 years ago that are still
sure,
pertinent, and how I think about like, oh man, what would George have to say about today? Because there are certain people who like you want to know what that mind thinks of a certain
yeah,
situation. And having Mike Judge in 2022 use his satirical mind on the world at large via Beavis and Butthead, I'm down for that, because that's always been the charm of that show too. Because like on the surface, it's total idiocy. It's dumb
yeah,
teenagers doing dumb things. But the genius of it is he's actually commenting on the youth of America. And he's
right,
commenting on stuff about our society that he has opinions about. So it's always been like that kind of weird lowbrow, highbrow. Mike Judge is great at that. And
yep,
I kind of can't wait to see what Mike Judge has to say about the current shithole we currently are living in
yeah,
right now in this
basically,
country. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. And the trailer has me sold. And I guess I'm adding another streamer. I guess I'm going to be
Yeah.
splitting Paramount Plus with somebody soon.